This is from your stock report of the Browns after that much-needed win in Week 8. You can check that out on the Orange and Brown report. Stock up, Jameis Winston, Mahmoud Diabate, Cedric Tillman, honorable mentions, stock up. Michael Hall Jr., Dante Foreman, Elijah Moore, Ogbo Okunrankwo, stock down, Greg Newsome. So we've talked a lot about Winston. Diabate is a guy, and Tillman, both of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I could talk about Winston for another 2 hours if we had to. But yeah, Diabate, I think just his evolution as a player needs to be studied. We're talking about a guy in college who was primarily an outside rush backer, and he did a little bit of off-ball stuff at Utah, but to see him blossom now, because when we saw him last preseason, he was just winning with like raw athleticism and instinct. But now we're seeing it like play off with like functionality and being able to read his keys and trigger downhill. And it was something to see this last week, just how fast he is, and be able to utilize that. And then have you seen how they played him? Like he had 59 reps on defense, 50 came at off ball backer, but then he also played a little bit of edge. He played 5 snaps as a safety. Like it's when you have a player that's that athletic that you can kind of move around a little bit with all the other chess pieces you have, with Delpit and JOK, and with JOK looking like he's going to miss a little bit of time at minimum, to have a player that athletic to kind of plug in there, and if they get Jordan Hicks back and Devin Bush, you could see that linebacker crew kind of surviving without JOK for a game or two, But a lot of that's due to the evolution of Diabate, and we're talking about evolution. Man, we saw a ton out of Tillman these last 2 weeks, but this last week was really eye opening, because we're talking about a player that when he came out of Tennessee, my only knock on him was he was injured a lot at Tennessee, and a lot of those ankle stuff, groin stuff that you can get through some soft tissue stuff. You're going to have some nicks. You're going to be down for a little bit, but he missed a lot of games. But you went and got him because of his size and his physicality. And when you watch at Tennessee, very limited route tree. We're talking smoke screens, slants, and go balls. Well, he was very good at those things. Well, we saw that play out. You see him catch a short slant, turn up field, and run straight through a free safety's attempted tackle, walk right in the end zone, just displayed the physicality. And then you see it on the go-ahead touchdown. He lines up in the slot, pushes vertically at his safety, gives a head nod, and just gets even. And Jameis just let it go, and he just beats him to the end zone, catches it on the goal line, finishes. He's a playmaker, and you can't have enough of those on your team. And it's just so good to see development from that position, because that's something we've lacked, is drafting a guy and actually seeing him develop. And you're getting to see it right in front of your eyes. So it feels good to see Tillman start to come into his own, and he's just only going to continue to get more opportunities with Jameis.